Hello, everybody. My name is Ray. Welcome to the Evangelical Dark Web. Today, we're going to be discussing an article I wrote over the weekend, and that is, should parents in general, because I think the answer is the same, let their kids watch MrBeast? That's the question we're going to be answering today. MrBeast is the largest YouTube independent content creator in the world. So, huge deal, huge channel. More kids watch him than probably any other children's program out there. That's how big YouTube is, and that's how much time kids spend on YouTube. And MrBeast is the king of YouTube. So, should parents reconsider letting their kids watch MrBeast and his vanity game shows that are exotic and high dollar? And I think the answer is yes. I think the answer is clearly yes. There's a character issue at play here. So we're going to do an article that I wrote over the weekend. But first, I want to let you know Evangelical Dark Web is a Christian news gathering and commentary ministry. And you can support us at our Patreon-like system over at evangelicaldarkweb.org/join. Otherwise, sign up for the free newsletter, and you would have gotten this article we're about to discuss ahead of time. Or the least you can do is like the video and also subscribe to the channel if you are new. So, this is the article that I wrote. Should you let your children watch MrBeast? And here's how I begin. I say most Big Eva websites are probably too boomer to know and to subsequently ask whether parents should let their children watch the most popular independent YouTube channel in the world, MrBeast. But Evangelical Dark Web is young and discerning, so we're going to weigh in on what traditional Christian publications are too distant to speak on. The channel, known for exotic game shows like The Last Person to Take Their Hand Off a Lamborghini Wins the Car, and other high-dollar trivial competitions, has entered a new phase, which may in fact lead to a video titled, "I Convinced My Best Friend to Transgender Himself for $50 million." So that's a play on the general titles that they have on their videos. So, ironic as it may seem to many Christian parents, MrBeast is a favorite YouTube channel among today's youth for his sordid, high-dollar variety game show content. And perhaps they need to answer the question in the title of this article is the need to answer this question in the title is a Freudian slip of sorts, as his channel name is MrBeast, which, is pretty on the nose if you're a dispensationalist. You're big into the beast. And, this guy's calling himself MrBeast. So, pretty Freudian as far as the slip goes and the influence goes. So, revelation has come to life, perhaps. I'm just, I'm saying that lightheartedly. And this is a picture of Chris Tyson and what he used to be. Like, Chris Tyson, and I'm going to read Michael Clary's tweet on this. I'm sure many will disagree, but I think mockery and ridicule is our most potent weapon to protect kids from the homosexual transvestite propaganda. Honestly, can we not laugh at the absurdity of a man dressing up like as a girl? Can we not mock a man who breaks his marriage vows to play pretend? And that is what he's done. Like, the sad part is that Chris Tyson was living the life. Beautiful wife and child. And now he's ugly. And playing pretend. And he doesn't live with his wife and child anymore. Because I believe they got divorced before all this came to light. But nonetheless, he had it all. And now he's, deep into his own sexual perversion. That's what this is. He is in sexual sin. And he has let the sexual sin take over his life. So that's what we're talking about with today's issue. MrBeast co-host Chris Tyson, again, once had the tried men only to let his marriage fall apart and subsequently succumb to autogynephilia, which is the leading cause of transgenderism among adult men. It is disgraceful that he violated his marriage vows and is intentionally denying his son a father. MrBeast, according to personal accounts, is deeply torn up about this incident. And what I'm referencing there is like the 4chan and screenshot post of the direct messages and stuff like that. And there's a lot of videos out there on this. So that, again, MrBeast is deeply torn up about this incident per some inside sources. I don't really know how deeply torn up he is, and I'm not really going to care all that much because he's, again, selling out, and which is what we're going to talk about next. Yet, he is keenly aware of the monetary motivation to keep things as normal as possible if screenshots of direct messages are to be believed. Growing up, I remember an Easter Good Friday sermon in which the pastor explained that Pontius Pilate was a man of weak character. And we just had Easter, so I'm reminded of this. So Pontius Pilate knew what was right, but he went along with evil anyway. He's curious about having a conversation with Jesus, but it ultimately doesn't go anywhere because he's too weak in his convictions to see it through. He goes along with the crowd. He has a captive audience with Jesus in the most literal meaning of that term possible, and he's just too weak to follow his own gut, and he succumbs to the crowd. He succumbs to mob rule. And MrBeast is doing the same thing. And he tweeted out over the weekend, or last week, "Yeah, this is getting absurd. Chris isn't my nightmare. He's my effing friend. And things are fine. All this transphobia," which is not a real thing, by the way, "is starting to piss me off." So we got to point some stuff out here. In this tweet denouncing so-called transphobia, MrBeast is affirming his friend Chris in his delusion while showcasing his disbelief in the concept of transgenderism. MrBeast refers to Chris as he, denying that he is actually a woman while calling out the people who deny that he is actually a woman. So you see the hypocrisy here is just absurd. Stuckey tweeted this out and just called my attention to Chris probably being a ped. In a tweet that he just deleted, Chris from MrBeast, who recently announced he's transitioning to be a woman, says he likes lolly, which is a form of anime porn in which female characters are depicted as children or even babies. Many, many such cases among trans men. And the screenshot tweet says nothing is by Chris saying nothing gets my knob cranking like some lolly. And if you're not familiar with what a lolly is, I explained in the article, yikes, as lolly is a reference to Lolita, the erotic novel and contemporary pornographic and pedophilic category. While Twitter used to be a hub of edgy jokes, 2016 would have been around the time of transition from edgy, unserious platform to serious news-breaking platform. In the screenshot, the future transvestite would be joking about a sexual fondness to prepubescent girls. That's what a lolly is. If the screenshots of DMs and videos are to be believed, MrBeast is selling out to transgenderism to not upset his personal gravy train. Think about it. MrBeast's past is one of having been a participant of a Call of Duty multiplayer on an Xbox chat room. Yet suddenly, despite the multitude of woke outlets criticizing him for being an ist or a phobe, he has embraced transgenderism. MrBeast is a man who views your children as dollar amounts and will do whatever it takes to keep his sordid lifestyle alive. Embracing and promoting transgenderism to a child audience is a drop in the bucket. And as Christians, we should not subject our children to a YouTube personality that wants to feign feign a belief in transgenderism because he does not want to offend his friend. Our children should least of all be subjected to the promotion and normalization of transgenderism. Transgenderism has long proven to be a social contagion, and I have a linked study to that. So forbidding them from partaking in MrBeast is a small action you can take to protect children from this sinful path. Ultimately, MrBeast serves as an object lesson for children who watch him, and parents who take decisive and necessary action should make it clear that MrBeast will do whatever it takes for money, and that he will promote ideology as evil as transgenderism to achieve monetary success. This is not a man to look up to or otherwise patron, if at all possible. And with the multitude of entertainment options out there, this should not be a hard sell. At the end of the day, MrBeast is a groomer for hire, and we should keep groomers away from our children. So that's all I got to say about that. My name is Ray. This is the Evangelical Dark Web. If you like this kind of content, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Otherwise, let me know what you think about what I think, and I will catch you on the next one.